international hall. Okay, everyone? Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Okay, my name is Aisha. I come from South Tangerang, Indonesia. And I'd like to share to you, to all intellects people here, that I'm very appreciated, come from many different countries. Thank you so much for being here. Let me finish, okay? Tapi overall semua sudah paham isinya kan? Jadi ini cuma diterjemahin aja. Okay, so let me tell you guys about something that I think most of you, each of us, as a scientific person here, that already know about this. Okay, so let me to remind you what is the biggest invention or phenomenon or scientific information that we got for around these 2 decades. What it was? About the Big Bang theory, right? Right. Okay, so all people know that we already got the information from the scientific. We many thanks to them that they told us about the big phenomenon or the biggest explosions that ever held in the past. Okay, next. Okay, so guys, can you imagine, or may I remind you how many galaxies for this world? Oh, before that, we have to know that how old this universe. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Can you remember how old this universe?
No.
Okay, how old is it?
Maybe more than 2 billion years.
Sure, more than 2 billion years. How about the others? Sure.
Wow.
Okay, it's almost around 13.77 billions. Okay, 13.77 billions. Let me make it clear. Okay, clear, right? Billions years old. For this one, I'm just imagining how old is the person that you ever met? 100 years old? Have you ever met them? No. I ever met a person that was not my grandmother actually. She around 95 or around 100 years. And even though in my age now, 30, I feel kind of complicated of my life sometimes. But I can't even imagine how complicated is the universe. About the process, about the explosion, about something what happened here. So much kinds of amazing and mesmerizing things. The next, not stop until there. So, and then we ask, and I'm sure that most of you know this information. And let me tell you again that this universe actually we have more than 250 billion galaxies in this universe. Even more, because it was the latest invention. We have to look for more. And I don't know how about the next 7, 1 decades more, how many galaxies, I don't know. But it's not stop until there. Then each galaxy has more than 300 billion stars. I just say stars. It's not including planets. It's not including dust or meteor or something like others. So complicated. Out of I think we can't even try in our life each one name of the galaxies. We don't have enough time for it, right? So how complicated is it? Then next, actually our universe has been developing balloon. Like that. It's getting bigger and bigger by time. And do you know who is this?
Yeah.
Yes, one of the famous scientists ever. He is Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking. Yeah, we already know that our universe has age, or if the universe has the identity card, it must be sophisticated because it will write that 4 billion years old about its age. And then Stephen Hawking actually has a theory that he tried to rewind the universe. That actually this was quite interesting for me because like I'm searching for how was the universe begin? Okay, how it looks like. I'm very wondered and thank to him because we don't have to spend money, we don't have to spend like more efforts to understand about this one. Then what happened? If we try to rewind, like we try to rewind a film or a movie, that's how it was. Actually, this is the Big Bang expansion before we rewind it. This is like first start from the Big Bang and like before it is a quantum fluctuations, like very fast and then boom, the Big Bang happened. Then actually this around 77 billion years. And we know that the expansion is how complicated, how was mesmerizing. I can't even tell. Too many things to say. It was amazing. Okay. And then finally, Stephen Hawking, with his complicated and complex and yeah, I don't have time to spare to share that. And the result there was a singularity point before the Big Bang, or the form of the universe. Each of us, maybe we just wondered about dinosaur, we just wondered about the like primitive persons, but before that all began from the singularity. Yes. Do you know what is it? Amino acids, right?
Yes,
Okay, even
yes.
in our body, we have around 60 trillion. I don't say like million or billion. I say trillion cells. Let's say like our hair cells, our eye cells, our brain cells, our feet cells, and all kind of cells. So each of cells need amino acid to reborn, to renew, because yes, sometimes we know like for example, you take a bath, there must be some of your cells die, right? Okay, so we need amino acids that unfortunately, not unfortunately actually, but that was quite unique. We only produce around 11 amino acids. How about the other 9, right? It could be we get it from our foods, our nutritions, and some others. Do you still remember what the first form of the universe? The singularity, right? A very small part, like maybe even smaller than its own. What it was? Like that was needs amino acids. It should be very challenging for all scientists to ask to prove what was before. Because even the small singularities, the first of the universe, the first form, it still needs or still depending on something, or amino acids. That was quite, like, does it make sense? How the small singularities then will all process very complex and then it comes to Big Bang and the others and the universe expansion start from single and still need something to support it. Many of amino acids. In real time, the universe has a beginning and an end at singularities that form a boundary into space-time and at which the laws of science break down. Stephen Hawking. So finally, he was no ideas. Who started? Who put the small singularity? Because before that singularity that is very small, even myself, like I come from Indonesia actually, from Aceh to Papua, like all province from the west to the east from Indonesia. I need around maybe 3 months to visit all districts there. But I can't even imagine how big is the universe and even all these small things. How about man? How did the small things come? And it was depending on the other things. Next. And that the mystery of God. Because before the singularity itself, there's no space, no time, no matery. So who put the singularity? I don't try to push all of you know that most of you don't have a religion or God. It's fine. But I got this answer from my religion, from my belief, that Kul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Allahu samad means that Allah is not depending of everything, including time, including matery, including physics. So this was answered and even strengthened my iman. But for you, it's up to you. You can choose because this is the mystery of God. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Questions, please.